Kia ora and welcome back to the channel. I'm Elvie and today we are doing a sketchbook tour. I've recently finished this one. I started it on the 18th of March and I finished it yesterday on the 1st of May 2025. This is just a the Rooster brand sketchbook. It's not cotton or anything, but it was affordable and it's been good to use. So yeah, it's got plenty of pages as well, which is nice. So first spread I was playing around with the core tubes of paint, doing color mixes, and then I did a painting of one of the kittens we were fostering. Then I did this one on the channel here. This is just a landscape double spread, which is pretty fun, and the colors look very luminous indeed. We've got another little landscape down here. I like how the hill kind of looks like it's glowing. The layering turned out really nice as well. These are the Da Vinci paints. I've been using them a lot here. You can see I've kind of rearranged this palette to fit a lot of them in here, and they've been so nice to use. So they're either Schminker Academia paints or the Da Vinci paints I've been using in this sketchbook. We've also got this random flower one. I'm not a fan of it, but that's alright. One of my friends did this one. She did it at the beach, so there was a bit of sand that created some texture on it. But yeah, this is her painting. Then we've got this one I did at a cafe. It's the same cafe, so I did one painting here. You can kind of see the pencil lines I did through the window. I quite like this. It's very simple and I like it. I like the colour palette as well. And this one's got the same kind of colour palette as well. Then we've just got some cans I painted. They were very pretty and they were I hadn't seen this one before, so I wanted to try paint them. We've got a seagull here because seagulls are just so fun to paint. I really like the background and the shift of different colours happening and blooms from the water and stuff. But this one from a cafe, there were lots of cars here which are quite hard to draw, but I quite like it, and it's quite a lot going on for cafe paintings. And this is in the cafe, again a lot going on, but it's quite nice. So those are those two. Then we've got this one, which is another cafe. This is like looking up, there's a lot of plants coming down, so I tried to capture that, but I don't love it. I think I cut it off to, like, it might as well have been the whole spread, or a different orientation or something. This is a lecturer that was doing a talk at course, so I just tried to paint her, and you can kind of see I'd used a purple pencil underneath for a change. Then here we've got another painting I did on the channel, just painting a bird at the aviary, and then a drink I tried. This one was quite nice. It was an interesting flavour. I prefer the other flavours by this brand, but it's definitely a fun one to draw. They're very fun illustrative cans. This is from a cafe. I quite like this. I don't know why, I just like really enjoy the line work and the composition and colour palette, I think. Here we've got a group effort with me and a couple of my flatmates. We each drew something and then we each painted something. So yeah, it was a very fun little activity with my flatmates. This one is painting at another cafe with me and my friend. You can see my friend here reflected in the bottle, and this is me drawing. I don't like it, but it was fun nonetheless. I've got these two are very busy. So this is at the Botanical Gardens looking over Mount Cargill. You can see the tower up there, and that is part of the aviary. The clouds were looking so dramatic and beautiful, so I really wanted to paint them, and there was a lot of green and stuff going on. And then in this one I also wanted to draw, there was a lot going on. We've got the cafe, greenhouse, information building, stage, and it was just lots going on, and I gave it my best shot at drawing and painting. These two were at a cafe together, so we've got a couch in a corner. You can see I messed up the lamp there a little bit, but I think it worked out, and I like the colours, especially in the couch here. This is at the same cafe, but this one's just a pencil drawing up close of what was on the table, and it's quite fun painting. This is at a restaurant this time, and it was luminous with like neon lights and everything, so I decided to paint that. I don't love it, but it was a really nice time anyway. And here is a different cafe. This is it was very dark against the wall and stuff, so I was trying to capture the lines going down, but I don't love it, but I did enjoy the coffee, so that was the main thing. This is one of the only portraits in this book. This is of my mum. Of course I picked a great photo of her from a video call, but it was really nice to practice portraiture and layering, and I quite like it. It was nice to paint her. This is from another cafe with one of my friends. I like the simplicity of this. I really enjoy the colour palette as well, and trying to paint a painting as well. You can see here. This spread is then looking at a painting I did on the channel. This one was just kind of doing a landscape with you guys and then explaining how I was doing it in the process. So we've got the clouds up here, which dried down really nicely. And then we've got this one, which was a friend that did this, and they haven't done a painting in this book before, so I'm really proud of how it turned out for them. Next page. This is my paintings at the same cafe. I decided to do 3. It's just started to rain, so we went inside and I painted the chairs outside and the sign, and then this is just the front of the cafe. These are the Da Vinci colours in a bigger swatch method and beautiful colours. It looks stunning. And then I decided to paint a flying seagull, which is not the easiest thing to paint, but it's a very pretty and aesthetic spread. Here we've got a painting I did in another cafe. You can see the background is kind of like a mural of sorts, and I think I did alright capturing that. And then the table itself, I quite enjoy the like light pen work, and you can see some beautiful granulation here from the French ultramarine. This is from one of the walks I went on with a mate. I really enjoy this fence, like the motion of it. I capture that quite nicely, and then the crookedness of this lamppost as well, and the cabbage tree. I just really enjoy this painting, so that's quite nice. And then these are from one of my trips. This is from my trip away to Queenstown. This is up in the gondola looking out on the lake and with the beautiful hills. I was trying to capture the colour. It turned out quite brown, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it still looks nice. Here we've got from one of the outlet things. I was looking back on Queenstown, and there's a boat there and beautiful autumn colours, so I decided to paint those. This is a painting of a building in Dunedin. This is the Otago Times, that's the newspaper, and so I decided to paint that building just because, sorry, I'm just moving some stuff away, but this is just because it's a very beautiful building, and I wanted to practice drawing buildings because there's a lot of details in them. This is a landscape. This shock horror. But this was a photo I took on the bus ride, and I really wanted to paint it. The farmland is so amazing to paint, and the clouds were just gorgeous. Again, really trying to practice capturing clouds and not being scared to paint them, because sometimes it's like, oh, very intimidating. But I quite enjoy the trees here, the hill and the house. I really enjoy this one, I think, more than I thought I would. This one here is a painting of just cafe we went to, like a stopped in Tianao for coffee, and so we had like 15 minutes by the time I got the coffee to paint, and I think I did an incredible job for 15 minutes. I really enjoy it, and there's a lot of movement and layers in motion for the amount of time I had. This is a painting from a cafe. I actually like this one. It's grown on me a lot, especially with through the window you can see the hill and the trees, and yeah, I really enjoy it. This is a photo from one of the walks I went on. We've got a beautiful layer of cloud that was covering the view, and then we've got these dramatic hills in the path, and then more hills off in the distance, and it was a really gorgeous view. I've got a seagull because of course they're just if in doubt, draw a seagull, you know. And we've got some more beautiful hills. I actually really enjoy the layers that I was able to get, and the just shoof shoof, and then the ground, of course, like just turned out really nice. And this is a photo I painted from on the boat. It was me being really excited about the view, and I was just practicing people, and I like the hair and the top and bag and stuff. I think I did a pretty good job of capturing what was going on, and of course the hills in the background. Got a bagel. My friend got this delicious looking bagel, and I wanted to paint it because she was saving this half for lunch. So look at how delicious that is, and just picture how good this bagel could have been. And this is at the cafe after I painted the bagel. This is just kind of what I was looking at, which was the water area and a couple tables and stuff. And I wasn't sure how this was going to go and turn out, but adding the paint and colour, I have grown to really like it. Then we've got the spread. So we've got this one which I did at a cafe. I don't love it. I don't love the spread at all actually, but that's okay. And we've got a table and chair here from a bus stop that we went to. This is just using some of the colours in the Da Vinci set. There's a couple spreads of these, and they're just like doodles and just trying to capture the vibrancy and how beautiful they are, letting them kind of interact with each other, and yeah, just creating a fun, vibrant spread. This is my cup. This is my good yumning cup. It's a really fun one to draw and paint because I always tend to have it around, and yeah, I like the shadow a lot. I like how the shadow blends into the background here, and I quite enjoy it. Moving on, we've got a couple paintings from this cafe. It's called the Swan Cafe. It's very dark atmosphere, so you can kind of see very, very dark walls, and this is through the window, more darkness. And then we've got this, which was a plant. I quite like this. The plant was very simplistic, but it turned out quite nicely, and there's a light bulb and stuff. And then we've got a cup. I quite like the teaspoon in this. Usually the teaspoon's the thing that I mess up, so I was quite happy that it turned out pretty well. I've got another photo from the trip, just practicing person and yeah, landscape and stuff. Then we've got the boat from that trip and the beautiful hills in the background there. Turned out okay. And then we've got this spread with all these beautiful colours. These are more the greens, purples and blues from the Da Vinci set. And this one is a photo of me, my siblings and my dad, very gestural and kind of letting your mind fill in the blank of what is going on here. Sorry about the layout change, but here is the next spread. So I'll give you guys a close up. It is of a church from Queenstown, and it is really beautiful. You can see some light granulation happening, and yeah, looks quite nice. And then the final spread is just some swatches of some browns and some beautiful colours. Again, you can kind of see some granulation happening, and yeah, beautiful spread. But this is all for the sketchbook. It is finally complete. It feels like it's taken forever, but now I can move on to the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.